Welcome to the Peace and Parenting Podcast. I'm Michelle, and I have a lovely guest, Stephanie, who has a parenting question. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Hello, my name is Stephanie. I live in New York City, and uh, I co-parent a 6.5-year-old. Interestingly, we live in the same building, even though we are in the middle of a divorce.
Oh, gosh. Okay. We got
Yeah,
an extra layer here.
yeah.
Okay. So tell me, what are you struggling with?
I. It's the reason that you are divorcing the person you're divorcing. Uh, you end up bumping up against so many of the same issues that led you to the divorce in your co-parenting.
Yep.
And it's very frustrating
Yeah.
because there are a lot of just fundamental differences that are hard to work out. And we're doing our best, but it's
It's not easy.
no.
No, it's not easy. Well, it's not easy to parent inside of a relationship that's functioning or not functioning that well. And it's also not easy to parent with a co-parent when you're not together, right? I just think parenting with anyone's hard.
I think, well, yeah. And also, when we were together for the first 3 years of her life, I I had a lot more control over everything that we were doing and how she was being parenting. I was calling all of the shots, and he just took a backseat role to that. And now, 50% of the time, I have no control
Yeah.
over what's happening, and so we have huge discrepancies on screen time.
Mhm.
And we essentially don't do screens in my apartment,
Mhm.
and he has a lot of YouTube and a lot of games and tablet uh and she had a lot of behavior problems that were showing up at school, and that is, I think, with time, and we got her a therapist as well.
Yeah.
um uh that has improved over time, and when she comes upstairs, she rides the elevator by herself, and that's a new evolution. It's and
Cute.
man, she loves it.
That's
It's
so
like,
cute.
yeah, the independence of pressing the button and going up the elevator. But she never asks for any screen related thing when she comes up here. She did it first, but she just knows that's not an option when
Yeah.
she's here, and it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Um, the biggest issue that we're dealing with right now, like this week, we're dealing with is we're uh, trying to decide how many days to go back and forth. And um, we're unique in the sense that I just moved upstairs, you know, and but we were going back and forth every other day for a while, and then for about the last year, we've been doing 2 days and 2 days. That's been okay, but I've had this goal of it, maybe it was very aspirational, but that we would both be able to see her every day.
Mhm.
And that is we were doing it. And so we both get home from work, and it's late, but we would still do a half an hour. If it was his night, I would still see her for about a half hour
Mhm.
in the evening. That ended up being disruptive
Yeah.
because she was being pulled back and forth. So then, with the help of her therapist, actually has been a bit of a co-parenting coach for us, which is, she's a
Yep.
social worker, and shout out to social workers. They seem
Yes.
to always be the ones
Yep.
that really are doing the best work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's amazing, and we're trying to. Okay, so the new thing is that when it's his night, he she comes home from school and the babysitter will take to his apartment instead of, it was always mine, and
Mhm.
even on his nights, because I was controlling everything. I was, and this is where all the books and the art and the, and the music is. And I didn't want any part of her day to be spent on the
Yeah.
tablet.
So, first of all, let me say I'm divorced. I've been divorced for a long time. I was
Hmm.
married for a long time. It's not easy. It really is. And I think over time it gets better. And I know that it's hard on us parents too, because we
Mm.
don't get to see our kids every day. And that's one
Oh,
of
it's
the
awful.
hardest things. Yeah. And I think that that piece we really have to mourn.
Mm.
We really have to, come to terms with that. That is a fact of being divorced. And to really dive into those feelings for yourself around that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to, 50% of her life is with someone that I have uh, huge problems with.
Yeah. And I think I heard control a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing also in addition to mourning and feeling those feelings and, coming to terms with that. And then the second piece is that you cannot control anything that goes on at his house, not one thing.
Mm.
There's just no way.
Yeah, and he definitely pushes back, and I think me trying to make him do anything has just made him dig in his heels more. And
100%. And
yeah,
kids are the same way.
yeah, I think it's a very human trait.
Nobody wants to be told what to do.
Absolutely not.
And so I think that's basically your answer. You can't tell him what to do.
Mm.
And if you have a co-parent who's on a different page than you,
Yeah,
you have to accept that, or you guys have to agree to get on the same page. And it doesn't sound like that's where he's at.
right. Yeah, and there's really nothing I can't do anything legally. He's allowed to be whatever kind of parent he's going to be, and I want her to have a great dad, and 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 I also believe, as much as I dislike the fact that she's with him at all, I believe very strongly in 50-50 parenting, which is kind of the only way that it's done, at least here in New York. I don't know about other
Most
parts of the country.
places. Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess the concept that it's more important that the kid uh, know that they have two parents that love them equally,
100%.
and more important than like having a really good parent and a shoddy parent.
That's right. And,
Yeah.
two things, Stephanie. You are going to provide her with the deep, bonded, connected relationship that she desperately
Yes.
needs. And
Right.
you only need that from one parent to be a successful adult.
Really.
Yes, that's what the research says, that's what every
Oh,
therapist says. So, she doesn't need her dad to be the best dad, she just needs
right.
him to be good enough
Mm,
because she's gonna have an incredible relationship with you, and over time, she's going to, and she probably already does, realize that.
mm.
And
Yeah, she knows where the love is for sure. And as I've been listening to your podcast for a while, and I it really has been life changing. It
Oh, I'm so glad.
yeah. But where was I?
You're okay, you're just fine. I think the last thing that I said was just that she only needs you, and she knows that you are her grounded, positive
Oh,
relationship.
right. I am the one that gets all the feelings,
Yes.
and so I was getting the huge behavior, hitting
Yep.
and stomping and kicking and all of it. And he would just sort of shrug and say, never does that with me.
Well, congratulations, Stephanie. You're the safe one, and that's where you wanna be.
Yeah,
I
100%.
I think if you took the stance that you never have to tell him what to do in parenting again,
Okay.
it might take a lot of pressure off the conflict you guys are having.
Mm,
Like, you don't have to tell him anything because guess what? It's not gonna make a bit of difference.
mm,
And if you just stop telling him what to do, he just might come around more to these ideas.
yeah.
But if you let go of that piece, it might free up your mind to be present,
Mhm.
more present with him, more present with her, and the better relationship that you guys can have is better for your daughter.
Right. As much as we try to hide and just our animosity for each other, we she we're able to interact with each other on a very neutral, no expression whatsoever. But
Yeah.
I'm sure she's picking up on that as
Of
well.
course, and I think
Yeah.
maybe this one idea, just letting go of giving him any parenting advice or expecting him to be like you, or you guys have to be on the same page, or that he's gonna
Hmm.
do any of these things. I wonder it would be interesting for you just to do, like, an experiment for 2 weeks, just
Mm,
to not say anything to him, not try to control anything, not worry about what she's doing over there, and just let it go
mm.
and see how that feels.
Okay.
Because it might give you some peace, and it might give you guys some peace inside your relationship, because you're gonna have to be connected to this guy forever.
Forever. Forever. I know.
And I'm how many years divorced? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm 9 years divorced,
Mm,
and we have all our Christmases together, we have all of our holidays together, we have all our birthdays, we have everything together, and it's because I've just let go of
mm.
expecting anything from him except for nothing, actually. I expect nothing from him.
Like lower your expectations to completely
Yeah.
zero.
0. I don't expect anything of him, and he shows up, and he makes it happen in the best way he can.
Right.
And I'm not perfect, but it has helped me it has helped me just, like, not have resentment or animosity. It's helped me forgive him for whatever
Ah,
things I think he did wrong in our relationship. It's just helped me let go of that.
mm. Yeah. It's incredible what uh, marriage, divorce, children. I have never felt in any relationship the strong feelings that I have.
Yeah.
I've never said things in anger to anyone like I have said to him.
Yeah.
And uh, I didn't know it was in me.
Yeah.
But it's when this is she's the most important person
I know.
to
She
both of
is.
us.
The best thing you can do for her is to have a good relationship with him that's conflict free.
Hmm.
And if you have to be the catalyst for that and the bigger person, or if you have to be the person that makes that happen, you're doing it for your daughter.
Hmm.
If I
Yeah.
told you my divorce story, you would tell me never forgive him.
Yeah.
But I have, because it's worth
Wow.
it for the kids, it's worth it.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think there's some maybe do you feel like a lot of resentment toward him?
Our relationship has changed so much. I was the one in charge when of all the parenting because I just,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
and uh, and now I'm not in charge, you
No.
know, for half the time.
Yeah, that's not easy. That's not easy. I think you're gonna find your path with him, though. He's doing his best, he's probably not a terrible person. He's doing his best. He's doing the best he can. He's taking your daughter 50% of the time. I heard a judge say once, or I heard a client told me that a judge said once, it's better to have, an okay parent than not to have that parent there at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're
And
not,
I know that he loves her.
of
He
course.
loves the crap out of her.
Yeah.
So he just, mm,
My ex, he's the guy that will be like, "Oh my god, you're sad? Do you want me to buy you something?"
yes, it's, yeah, the dopamine hits
Oh,
are
yeah.
just
He
freely given out, the
He
unearned
used to
dopamine.
show up at our door with candy, and I'm like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh,
Exactly.
they texted me they wanted candy
Oh
because they know I
God.
wouldn't get it for him." I'm like, "What? You came to my house to drop off candy for the girls? Like, are you insane? It's 9 p.m. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing here?" So I
It's
get it, but
it's very funny. He took her on, she's on a week off for spring break, and he took her to Orlando to a resort. And she knows what he provides for her, and my restrictions and boundaries. And so we started a video chat, and without saying a word, she just showed me her shoulder that had a sunburn on it. And then she held up an Oreo cookie to the camera lens. I was like, oh man.
no, daddy, 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 daddy. I mean, this is it though. It's like, bless them, right?
I
They
think
are.
she loves it.
Yeah,
She
they're not, they're good people. They're not doing it like we would.
no.
No, and that's okay, and we have to let go of that.
Mm.
Gotta let them do it the way they're gonna do it because it will drive us crazy trying to control them.
It is driving me crazy.
I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you booked this call.
Yeah. It's and we've been doing this now. I moved upstairs 3 years ago.
Oh, okay,
And
so
so
it's been a little bit.
yeah. Yeah. And I have a partner that I live with, and so she has functionally a stepdad as well.
Right.
And um he's very much like me. So lots of love and emotion, and they do special time together,
That's
and
so
like, yeah, it's
cute.
great.
She's getting lucky her. She has more people to love her. She has a
Yeah.
Disneyland dad. Like,
Yes.
let's she's gonna be fine.
Okay.
She's gonna be fine. I promise you
I
she's gonna be fine.
I really appreciate your positive outlook on our future.
She will be. Listen, none of us are getting out of this childhood parenting stuff unscathed. My
Mm,
kids will go to therapy, your kids will go
sure.
to therapy, our kids will have issues in their other relationships because we're all unhealed as well. And so we
Right.
can only get it right most of the time, not all the time.
And I that's another thing, is that I think all of us are the strong people that we are because of what we've gone through and recovered from.
Yep.
And I know I'm going to have to watch that with her too.
Yeah. They become
Yeah.
resilient, they get grit. She's gonna learn lots of stuff about being with people, from her dad, because we experience all different kinds of people.
Yeah.
It's important for them to learn how to navigate different personalities.
Mm.
And so, I'm not worried about her. I think she'll be just fine. Alright, I want you to do an experiment. I want you to
All right.
14 days of not telling him anything about parenting, just nothing.
Oh God.
And then at the end of
Okay.
14 days, you notice how you feel.
Okay.
Then you can continue on your path of trying to control, or you can just totally let it go. You decide.
All right.
Okay.
Um, I
Okay.
accept your challenge, and I will
Yes,
report.
please do. Tell me one good thing from this meeting, something that was helpful.
The permission to let go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sometimes I need to be told.
Don't we all? Don't we all? Well, thank you, Stephanie, so much for joining me on the Peace and Parenting podcast. I really, really appreciate it. And I can't wait to see how your journey goes.
Oh, thank you so much. It's really a godsend. This this whole podcast and your philosophy.
Thank you. I'll see you
Yes.
soon.
Okay, great.